Good morning, everyone. This is going to be our second lesson on agriculture for geography and natural resources. Our last lesson was about fossil fuels. Um, there's a little bit of confusion about what I was trying to ask people to do, and so what I would have liked you to do is on this image that I'm showing right now, as you can probably see on your screen. There's all these different colors all across here. And now I talked about fossil fuels and what are fossil fuels for and where do we find them. And I said, well, look in this map, you should be able to figure it out because I mentioned sedimentary rock. So looking at this legend, I have mainly sedimentary rocks. Um, anything that is this color is primarily where you're going to find your fossil fuels. So you'll see that it goes all the way up to Nunavut and you're going to see British Columbia has a part of it as also getting covered. Alberta, Manitoba, parts of Ontario. Primarily, when we're talking about fossil fuels, this straight region right here, which kind of follows the plains essentially, it's where you're going to find a lot of our fossil fuels that we use in Canada. So when you're working on your map, that's kind of what I was asking for you to mark down. You may put a circle down as the book suggests. You could also choose to color if you want to do it that way. It may be easier, whatever your preference is. For today's lesson, we're going to be talking about agriculture. So, when we're talking about agriculture, what we mean is any sort of farming. We're not focusing on freshwater agriculture like fishing and stuff like that. We're more talking about different types of agriculture that are done on land. So your two main types of agriculture that we talk about when we reference these things is usually just different either animal farming or there is vegetable or fruit farming or wheat farming. That's kind of what we primarily separate the two categories into. And if you look at this map, there's a couple of different points of information here. But what I want to convey here is depending on what type of fresh water or what type of water access the land has, is really what determines what type of farming is going to happen. So most of Canada's crop farming takes place in the prairie provinces. That's Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Alberta has the most beef cattle operations of any province, and Saskatchewan produces the most durum wheat, canola, and lentils. In Canada, we have about $60 billion worth of exports every year. That is related to agriculture, so it's a massive, massive part of our industry. Manitoba has the most pig farms and is the second in potato production, behind PEI. In British Columbia, farmers produce large amounts of fruits, vegetables, and aquaculture products like fish and eggs, as well as poultry. That province also has the largest amount of grape growers. In Ontario, we have a large amount of grape growers as well. Um, and then we also have Ontario has a lot of poultry farms. It also is the second in pigs and dairy farms and has the largest number of cannabis growing operations. So, since the legalization of weed, cannabis has also become a big export of Canada. A lot of people are switching over to that because it's making good money right now. Ontario also has a large amount of corn as well as apples. Um, and then you start making your way through the Atlantic provinces. The Atlantic provinces, the one that's most well known for is PEI with its significant potato growth. But those are kind of the important provinces that you should be marking down as places where you find agricultural hubs. So Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, British Columbia, Ontario, and PEI. So if you listen to this lesson, you should be able to mark it down on your map where you would find those types of things. I believe on the map activity, they would want you to indicate that as a triangle. You could also choose a different color if you'd like. But yeah, this is our second lesson of the week. We're going to get one lesson every day for the next couple of days. And then hopefully by Friday, we should be able to wrap this up and have our map created of what the important natural resources are found in Canada. Have a good day.